What is going on, everybody? So today's video is going to be something a little bit different. Not really old school content, but kind of old school content at the same time. So I was thinking, and because I've gotten some questions based on what I'm about to explain to you guys, I decided that I'd throw together a little bit of information on some computer peripherals that might make your RuneScape experience a little bit better. And this is going to include a keyboard, a mouse, and a headset. Obviously, I have blurred out the logos of each one of those items because I really don't know if I'm allowed to use it or not without some written addendum claiming that I have the rights to use it. So if you would like to know what they are, I will direct you to my Twitch page, which has all of my gear for my rig in there. So if you want to know, head over to my Twitch page. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into what I want to explain to you guys and show you. Alright, so like I said a few minutes ago, some people have asked me a couple different questions. Probably people that are newer to the game or aren't exactly really savvy with technology and computers. So one of the questions that I get is, how do you make your inventory screen change to your spellbook, to your prayers, without clicking on them? Which, if you watch my stream or my videos, you can see that stuff changing pretty quickly all the time. So first thing I want to talk about is F keys in the keyboard. Now with the keyboard, you can see on the screen now, this is the keyboard that I do have. So on the side you will see G1 through 5, and on the top you'll see G6 through G9, which are macro keys. One thing that I do use that for is logging in. I have my login information assigned to a macro key. I hit that one macro key and it logs in because I'm way too lazy to type my password in every single time I log into the game. So if you ever find out where I live and break into my house, well, you can log into my account. But aside from that, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the F keys up on top of the keyboard. So this is going to be about F1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you played any MOBAs, which are massive online battle arena games, you should be pretty good at getting the hang of this. So if you've played League of Legends or Dota 2, you'll know that Q, W, E, R are your main abilities. Now we can transfer those kind of finger movements up to the F1, 2, 3, and 4 keys. Now as for me, my F keys are set up more for combat than anything because I do a lot of PVM and I do a lot of bossing. Now what I have found the absolute easiest to do is set F1 as your inventory, F2 as your prayers, F3 as your combat screen where you can change attack styles and your special attack, and set F4 as my spell book. Now I use this stuff a lot, whether it be in the Chambers of Xeric or the Theater of Blood, or doing like Demonic Gorillas. Works very well for Demonic Gorillas because you have to change prayers a lot, run away, change your gear. It can really be used for a very vast amount of PVM where you're constantly changing screens on your inventory, or if you're changing prayers or combat styles. Now I suggest doing this if you're newer to the game because the sooner that you get into it, the easier it's going to be for you to learn and pick it up and use it from here on out. So now by no means am I telling you that you need a pretty expensive keyboard to play RuneScape. I'm literally just using this keyboard, the mouse, and the headset that I'm going to show you as an example. Anything will really work. It doesn't really matter about the price as long as it has what I'm explaining to you. Now every keyboard has F keys, obviously, and some laptops have F keys, but which also are function keys, which you have to hold the function button for and actually hit the F button to get it to work. So for this video, which I'm not going to go into, you can actually turn that option off in the BIOS if you just want to use the regular F keys as they were designed to do. But that is an entirely different video or a question for my Discord channel. So let's go ahead and move on, and I want to show you guys a mouse next. So here we have a gaming mouse, which is also the mouse that I have. And on the side of the mouse, both sides actually, you can see 4 buttons. There's 2 towards the back of the mouse and 2 towards the front of the mouse. Now these buttons are programmable, and let me tell you what, I would not have as many 99s as I do without a mouse with side buttons. Now, before you ask, is this okay? Can I do this in RuneScape? Yes, you can. You can reassign buttons for a certain function in the game as long as it is one action for one action. If you hit a button or a keystroke and it performs more than one action for that one action hitting the button or the keystroke, that is when you run into trouble and it could be considered macroing. But for what I'm going to show you guys, this is completely okay. You will not get banned and there is no cause for alarm in what I'm about to show you. Alright, let's say for instance that you want to get 99 crafting or just any crafting level, and you're going to be using dragonhide bodies to get that crafting level. So what I'm going to show you here is exactly what I did to get 99 crafting, which made it a lot easier, a lot faster. I didn't have to have my hand constantly on the keyboard or moving my mouse around a lot, clicking everywhere. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you guys the gaming software that comes with what I use. So here we have the mouse, obviously, and what I can do with this mouse is go in here, go to my RuneScape profile, and over here you can program these side buttons. So let's say for crafting, I'm going to be banking a lot, so I want to get out of the bank fast, and I want to select what I'm going to make fast. So what I will do is select this, it's set as a keystroke, and I'll set this button to escape to get out of the bank. So that one's set there. And then as for making the green dragonhide whatever, I'm going to be making bodies, so I'm going to clear this and set it to the 1 key. So now that that's set, I can come back into RuneScape here, go into the bank, grab the hides, escape really quick, and then 1. That's it. So all of that was done using only my mouse. I didn't have to have my hand on the keyboard, and this can be applied to pretty much any skill where you're going to be doing this. Take for instance fletching. You'll be doing the same thing with fletching. Say you're fletching magic longbows, and you can do this with smithing. You can do it with any skill that requires numbers to be used. And this was a huge help with construction because construction is very tedious. It's a pretty fast skill, but it gets boring really quick. And I must say, construction, a gaming mouse saved me with construction. So this is just a little tip and trick to help making your skilling experience a little bit easier on you, maybe a little bit more bearable, a little bit more AFK, so you can maybe watch a show on a TV or whatever. And last but not least, sounds. Game sounds are actually pretty important when you're learning how to do something in RuneScape. And the best couple of examples I can give you for this are the fight caves where you're going to fight Jad, and also the Great Olm in the Chambers of Xeric. Now once you get to Jad, game sounds are important because when the animation starts you can also hear a different sound whether he's going to use a mage attack or a ranged attack. And the reason I'm explaining this to you is because I know a lot of people that struggle on Jad their first few times, and sometimes seeing the animation and remembering that isn't enough. For me, sound is a lot better of a trigger than seeing something. Now when I hear a sound, when I hear the mage sound or the range sound, I know immediately what I need to change my prayer to. And with the Great Olm in the Chambers of Xeric, you can hear, for example, when the crystals pop up under your feet. And that triggers immediately, I need to move now or I'm going to take a lot of damage. Now this one was really short and simple, and obviously you don't need a huge gaming headset for this unless you're playing other games that might require surround sound, but game sounds are pretty important and you want to pay attention to them if you're learning to do things. Now the reason that I made this video is just to help you guys out because I do have a lot of newer players that are coming to the game or players that are coming back to the game from a long time gone that are asking questions like this, so I thought it would be neat to do a little tip and trick video just to explain some things that I personally do that I find make my gaming experience with RuneScape a whole lot easier and a whole lot more enjoyable. And please, if you have any questions at all about anything that I covered in this video, or maybe something that I didn't cover in this video, please pop into my Discord and drop me a question. You can tag me whenever I get around to seeing it. I'll make sure to hit you back, give you an answer, or whatever the best answer I can give you is. Please don't be shy. I try to help everybody out when I can. So once again, please come on into the Discord, ask me what you need to ask, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But that is going to wrap up this little 3 tips and tricks for old school RuneScape experience video that I put together. Before I get out of here, I want to say thank you to Hyunwoo Pak, who just became my newest patron, a Patreon veteran. So thank you very much, my friend, for becoming a patron. It means a lot to me. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and spread it around. Maybe some other people can get some help for these little tips and tricks to make their RuneScape gaming experience a little better. If you haven't done so yet, please tap that subscribe button on your way out. That's going to do it for me. I will see y'all next time. Take it easy.